Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 39 of the San Marino Challenge. Now, today's episode, it's going to be a pretty exciting one. As you can see, our opponents today are Athletic Bilbao. Now, of course, if you're familiar with my channel prior to the San Marino Challenge, I did do an Athletic Bilbao Bass Players Only series. It was a lot of fun. It was actually pretty well received as well, which was nice to see. And yeah, honestly, I had a lot of fun. I did end up winning I won the Spanish Cup, I won La Liga, and then of course I also won the Spanish Super Cup in about 5 seasons. So it was pretty successful. Didn't really do too much in the Champions League in that series. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, I would recommend it. You know, we developed a lot of good youth players and Spanish prospects. But yeah, they're going to be our opponents today, and we're going to show you. Well, I'm going to show you guys a Europa League game. Now, before we get into that, we have to have a little look at the league table. As you can see, we're currently in 6th place. Now, we are also on equal points with Inter, who are in 5th, and then, of course, we have Atalanta and Juventus, who are about 3 points there or so about away from us. That didn't make any sense, but yeah, so we're up there. We're competing. I think Roma look way too strong for us to try and mount a title challenge, and I don't really think we have the strength in the squad yet to do that. But we're doing pretty well. We started the season off pretty dreadful, to be honest. We'll go into the fixtures here now, and I'll sort of show you what I mean. But yeah, of course, the first episode was the really, really disappointing loss to Spal. I honestly can't believe that we lost that game in the 91st minute after we led 1-0. So yeah. But yeah, we followed that up with a 2-0 loss to Napoli. Of course, probably expecting to lose that. We also had Toscano sent off with 2 yellow cards in the 32nd minute. And then basically they scored their goal after that. So, I mean, it was at home, so I probably expected us to do a little bit better. But it is Napoli. They're still pretty strong. And they haven't really fallen off too much. We did bounce back, however, against Udinese. A 1-0 victory away from home. Ricardo Forte on the score sheet for us there. And a good way to get our first points of the season. We then followed that up with a pretty dominant performance away from home once again to Sassuolo. Forte with 2 goals this time. And then we had Chan Palat and Ribeiro also on the score sheet. They did have a player sent off in the 90th minute. We then had our first Europa League game, our first foray into European competition. And as you can see, we got battered. 4-2 loss away from home to Lille from France. Che Nunnally got 2 goals. Pretty, close together as well. However, their team honestly just looked so much stronger. And as you can see, Mbeso actually scored their second goal. So yeah, he scored an own goal. And from then, it looked pretty bad, to be honest. We didn't really look like we could get back into the game. And, they just scored another 2. So, yeah, it is what it is. But we moved on and managed to bounce back at home in league action. A 3-1 victory over Brescia. Chan Palat with 2 goals and Ribeiro also on the score sheet once again. We then managed a 2-2 draw to AC Milan at home once again in the San Marino Stadium. Chan Palat with our goal, and then Donnarumma, of course, the goalkeeper, scoring an own goal. But look at their 2 goals, coming in the 92nd and 94th minute. Now, if this was a live com game, you would have heard me absolutely screaming. I was so angry and frustrated when this happened. When that second goal went in, oh man, like my fury, the deep down inside fury that you have when something goes horribly wrong, it came out. And I feel a bit sorry for my neighbours, but it is what it is. Don't really deserve to draw that game. We should have beaten Milan. We then managed to get our first victory, of course, in the Europa League against Austria Vienna. I guess it's Austria Vienna. I think it's Austria Vienna. But yeah, we beat them 1-0. Chan Palat with the only goal of the game. We then moved back to league action and got a 2-0 away victory against Empoli. Ribeiro and Forte with a penalty. We then actually pulled off a pretty impressive result. Of course, Roma, they've won 7 games. They won 9 games and drawn 2. And one of their draws was against us. I mean, it was a 0-0 draw, but as you can see, our defense played amazingly. So happy to keep the clean sheet. I mean, Ingvarsson with a 7.3, Mbeso with a 7.4, Scarby 7.5 for Mbeso, 7.4 for Scarby, and then Conforti with a 8 match rating. Very, very solid defensive performance from our boys. And yeah, kept the clean sheet. We then managed a draw away from home to Athletic Bilbao, of course, today's opponents. As you can see, Edmore Sabanda got 2 goals in this game, and basically that was his first goal for the club. He scored in the 2nd minute, so he hasn't performed too great, the 19-year-old Zimbabwean, but yeah, I mean, he came up big recently, so I'm pretty happy with his performance in that game. And then Ikem Munayin managed to get the equaliser, of course. Like I said, I spent a good 5 seasons with Bilbao, and Ikem Munayin was one of the top performers for my series. So him getting the goal there, it's a bittersweet moment, but pretty happy to get the draw, nonetheless. We then bounced back after that draw with a 1-0 away victory to Cremonese. Abdallah, a bit of a, forgotten man in the left-back position. But basically, both our left-backs were out, so he had to step in. Of course, Gilles was out. I think he was out with an injury. Was it an injury or was it a suspension? I can't remember. And yeah, he had to step up, and he managed to get the winning goal there, so pretty happy. It was the 82nd minute as well, which is nice to see. We then managed a 1-1 draw with Bologna. I mean, not a great result. We opened the scoring through Che Nunnally in the 58th minute, and then they got one back through Dermisi in the 74th. And the final game just played was a 2-1 away victory against Cagliari. Chan Palat and Ribeiro getting the 2 goals for us in this 2-1 victory. Ribeiro also got sent off, so he will miss the Lazio game, unfortunately. And then we got Juventus after that. So our next 4 games, or next 6 games really, I mean, you could throw Fiorentina in there, despite their poor league performance at the moment. They're a pretty decent team, and they're probably underperforming a bit there. But yeah, Bilbao, Lazio, Juventus, Lille, Fiorentina, and then Inter Milan. It's a tough run of fixtures, and we're going to kick it off today with Bilbao. Alright, let's see. Is that the lineup that I want? I think it is. Yeah, so Ermacora's just come back from an injury as well. We might check. No, we'll leave it there. It's a bit weird because obviously I'm used to having 12 subs in Serie A. And of course you can only have the 7 subs for the Europa League. So, it's a bit strange because I've been playing, with San Marino for quite some time now. Yeah, but so that's going to be today's lineup. We're going to go with Ingvarsson in goals, Conforti at right back, Mbeso and Scarby as the 2 centre-backs. Ermacora comes back in, despite not being match fit, in the left-back position. Toscano is going to be the defensive midfielder. We're going to go with Vitek and Forte as our 2 wingers on the right and on the left. And then Ribeiro and Sabanda will be the 2 centre-mids. Up front, as you would kind of expect, Chan Palat. Been pretty good this season, average rating of 7.33, which is exactly what I wanted from a striker, coming into the team. Last season, Monteperto and Foliados both were just not really up to scratch in Serie A. They were just a bit weak. And I think Chan Palat, he's a 4-star current ability player, is exactly what we needed. Anyways, the bench today is going to be Pavoni, Leo, Antonio, Chizek, Manafo, Nunnally, and Barossi. Actually, I think we're going to... I was going to take Nunnally off. But no, we'll leave him on. Yeah, also worth mentioning, Vitek is on a 47 match fitness. So, 47% match fitness, which is really, really bad. I'm just going to tell the boys that we're underdogs because, technically we are. We're always underdogs. We were tipped for relegation this season again, so yeah, I guess they thought our 5th place finish last season was a fluke, and that we were probably going to get relegated despite strengthening the squad. Anyways, we are starting the better of the two teams at the moment. Conforti with the throw-in, cleared away. Ribeiro, can he shoot? He does, but he shoots it over. Could have done a lot better there. Ribeiro's been pretty good. I'm really glad I got him back on loan. And the fact that we're paying no wages, just a bonus. I probably could have signed him for about 7 million, but I decided not to. Forte, not a great shot there. He probably should have crossed that, in my opinion. Yeah, I wanted to just save the money. You know, I can get him on loan. His contract runs out at the end of this season. If Monaco... Wow, they hit the crossbar. If Monaco don't decide to renew. So, you know, there's a possibility that we could get him on a free transfer, which I think would be, obviously, a lot better than having to pay 7 million. So, you know, that's the mindset I'm going with Ribeiro anyway. I would love to bring him in. And I actually did think about paying 7 million. So, that is worth noting. Vitek, down this right wing, really hasn't performed. He's been injured a few times, but he does get the assist. Forte, beautiful volley. And it looked like he karate kicked or spinning back kicked the corner post. And that is just for Sabanda's yellow card. Yeah, 1-0 as we go into half-time. It does look like Conforti's getting ripped up on his left wing, or on the right side of our defence. So we might have to keep a bit of an eye out on that. We do have Antonio on the bench. Mbeso looks like he's playing well in the centre of defence though, so I'm happy about that. I mean, our 2 centre mids are pretty poor at the moment as well, so I think we're going to make a couple of subs here. Or at least one or two. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to do, actually. We'll bring Chizek on. I don't know if it's Chizek or Cizek. It's probably Cizek, to be honest, because he is Czech. Do I bring Antonio on? That is the question. He's not match fit either. I think we'll leave it. And what we're going to do here is make Cizek tackle harder. Come on, boys. I mean, Conforti's on a 6.3 right now. I don't really understand. 6.2. Like, it's going lower and lower. As we pick up a couple of yellow cards. Now, I'm just trying to think about the best possible... Do I just leave it? I think I'm just going to leave it, actually. I don't want to, you know, get too... Oh my god, I'm picking up so many yellow cards right now. Forte with a yellow, Toscano with a yellow. Come on, boys. Let's tighten up. Tighten up. Score another goal, that'd be even better, to be honest. Chanpalat, Ermacora. Chanpalat again. Forte. Moving the ball pretty nicely. I mean, if we could reverse the ball to the other side, that'd be nice. So there we go. Conforti, can he shoot? He hits the post. Probably just not his day, to be honest. I mean, if he got a goal, he probably would have got boosted up to 7. Don't tell me they're going to counter-attack. Whew. Okay. I'm a little bit scared at the moment, to be honest. Clear it. Oh, what a challenge. What a block. And Cizek picks up a free kick there. Nervy moments. Very nervous moments here. Munain, the danger man, and Forte just blasts it into the crowd. Well in, son, well in. Alright. There's, a minute and a half left, and we're on the counter-attack. Cizek. Really need to check the pronunciation there. Ribeiro, yes, Chanpalat, get in. Ribeiro with the assist. Come on, boys. 2-0 victory over my old team, Athletic Bilbao. That's a great result. I'm super happy with that. Could we score another? No, that should be full time, surely. There we go, boys. 2-0 victory. I mean, I feel a little bit bad. But then again, like, you know, I will always have a soft spot for Athletic Bilbao. But, you know, the San Marino Challenge is the San Marino Challenge. So, yeah, there we go, guys. 2-0 victory. I think that actually puts us in good stead for the group. Yeah, it definitely does. So, Lille's going to be a very, very tough game. I think we can beat Austria Vienna. Is it Austria Vienna? I feel like it is, but I'm just not 100% sure. So yeah, I think we're in pretty good stead after that victory. I think that was a very, very important result in terms of how the Europa League group is going to finish. To be honest, we actually have a pretty tough group. I mean, to have Bilbao and Lille both in there, we were actually seeded 4th as well, which of course means that if you're seeded 4th, you're essentially the weakest team, and there, you know, realistically can't be any teams weaker than you. So, yeah, that is what it is. We get 511,000 as well for that victory, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. Forte, man of the match. Good stuff from him as well. And, yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. If you could drop a like, that'd be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you haven't already. We're getting pretty close to 1K subs, which is... It's been a goal of mine for a long time, as you've probably heard me say if you're a regular viewer. But yeah, apart from that, take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.